Bachelor Nation star suffers another heartbreaking miscarriage. June 13, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Studies suggest that 1 in 5 women have had a miscarriage, sometimes without even realizing it. More and more women are speaking out about the heartbreaking loss after decades of stigma surrounding the sadly common experience. A star from the Bachelor Nation franchise revealed on social media that she suffered another heartbreaking miscarriage. Keep reading to find out what helped her cope with the loss. Bachelor Nation star reveals another miscarriage. Several stars from ABC's Bachelor Nation have suffered miscarriages this year. Season 25 Bachelor alum Alana Milne opened up in May about the loss of the baby she was expecting with fiance Chris Conran. Season 21 Bachelor Nick Viall and his wife, Natalie Joy, experienced back-to-back miscarriages. They welcomed their first child, River Rose, in February 2024, 3 months before their wedding. They've been trying to conceive another child for a while, but haven't had a successful pregnancy yet. Bachelor Ari Leindick's wife, Lauren, experienced a miscarriage before she got pregnant with the couple's 4th baby. It wasn't her first miscarriage. Vanessa Grimaldi, who was briefly engaged to Nick Viall after winning his Bachelor season, took to social media to share a heartbreaking loss. She revealed in an emotional post that she recently suffered another miscarriage, her second. The former Bachelor winner found love after leaving the show. She married Josh Wolf in 2021. They welcomed their first child, Winston, a year later. However, she's since suffered 2 miscarriages while trying to expand her family. In a candid social media post, she revealed that she found out about the miscarriage during an ultrasound checkup. She wrote that the loss adds another layer of grief to her previous miscarriage. The former reality star suffered an earlier miscarriage in September 2024. She reveals how she copes. Vanessa Grimaldi wrote in the post that spending time in her son's room was what helped the most. The only place in our home that gives me peace right now is Winston's room. Sitting in the quiet here, surrounded by his laughter, love, and life. It's comforting in a way I can't quite explain, she wrote. However, she can't stay in his room forever. She returned to Instagram 2 days after the miscarriage with an update. There's no right way to grieve after a miscarriage. Some of us talk about it, others stay silent. Some need time alone at a bookstore, while others seek out company or their version of journaling on Instagram, Akami, she wrote. The Bachelor alum continued, "We cry, we journal, we pray, we sit in stillness, or sometimes we just keep moving forward, step by step, even when it hurts." She reminded her followers that the grief of a miscarriage is real. If you're walking through this pain, please know you're not alone. Be gentle with yourself. Let your healing be whatever it needs to be, she told her followers. One follower shared, "Unfortunately, I have been exactly where you are. I got pregnant with my first son quickly and then had 2 miscarriages. I blamed my age and just felt so bitter towards people who don't have to experience this. Fortunately, I had my double rainbow baby." Hopefully, Vanessa Grimaldi and her husband will be blessed with a double rainbow baby in the future. Keep the family in your thoughts as they deal with another. The Bachelor often presents love in its most glamorous, rose-colored light, romantic proposals, exotic destinations, and teary-eyed confessions broadcast to millions. But life off-camera isn't always as sparkly. Behind every smile on a reunion special and every Instagram post is a very real person enduring very real struggles. One such story now touches the heart of Bachelor Nation again, a story of love, loss, and unimaginable resilience. In a gut-wrenching turn of events, a beloved Bachelor Nation star has suffered yet another miscarriage, her second in just over a year. While the public has watched her love life unfold season after season, few could have predicted the strength and vulnerability she would show in this most painful chapter of her life. What follows is her journey, a raw, unfiltered account of grief, growth, and unrelenting hope. Chapter 1. The Light That F-L-I-T-E-R-E-D. Kelsey Monroe first stepped into the hearts of America during The Bachelor Season 27, with her dimpled smile, soft-spoken charm, and a backstory that resonated deeply. She was a neonatal nurse who had devoted her life to helping premature babies survive against the odds. Now, in a cruel twist of fate, she found herself unable to bring one of her own children into the world. After finishing as a fan-favorite runner-up and later appearing on Bachelor in Paradise, Kelsey finally found love with fellow alum Chase Madden. A slow-burn romance that bloomed outside of TV cameras, their love was organic, quiet, and real. In early 2024, they announced their engagement, and shortly after, revealed Kelsey was expecting. The Bachelor Nation community flooded her posts with congratulations. "You're going to be the most nurturing mom," one fan commented. Kelsey beamed in her Instagram reveal post, cradling her small bump and captioning, "Tiny heartbeat, big love." But that heartbeat would stop at just 9 weeks. Their first miscarriage was a silent, shattering loss. They shared it publicly in a black and white post just days before what would have been their first ultrasound appointment. The words were simple: "We loved you so much already." Still, Kelsey leaned into healing through therapy, prayer, and time. She told People magazine at the time, "I need women to know they're not broken when this happens." Chapter 2. Trying Again, Loving Again. Grief takes on different faces. For Kelsey and Chase, it became both a wedge and a glue. There were weeks when they didn't talk. Nights when Kelsey cried alone in the bathroom with a towel stuffed in her mouth so he wouldn't hear. Chase, the usually unshakable one, found himself staring blankly at a nursery paint catalog for hours, lost in what could have been. But love, like muscle, grows stronger under pressure. By early 2025, they had married in an intimate forest ceremony in Washington, attended only by 40 guests. No cameras, no press, just handwritten vows and shared promises. Whatever comes, we carry it together. When Kelsey became pregnant again in February, she didn't tell anyone, not even Chase, until 8 weeks had passed. She'd taken 5 tests just to be sure. This time, she wanted it to be real, permanent. When she finally whispered it to him one night, curled up on the couch with their dog Oliver at their feet, his face broke into quiet tears. "We get another shot," he whispered. Chapter 3. The Second Loss. The second miscarriage hit harder. Not because the pain was new, but because the hope had dared to be bigger. At 12 weeks, they'd finally told their parents. At 13, they'd ordered a onesie that said, "Baby Madden coming this fall." And at 14 weeks, the bleeding started. Kelsey was rushed to the ER, with Chase gripping her hand so tight his knuckles turned white. In a dim, antiseptic room filled with beeping machines and nurses who spoke in hushed tones, a young resident looked at the ultrasound monitor too long. Then she excused herself. Kelsey knew she didn't need confirmation. She stared at the ceiling tiles, counted them. 1, 2, 3, anything but feel what she was feeling. Later that night, in a foggy haze, she posted a single Instagram story, a black screen with the words "again." The world stopped with her. Chapter 4. A community responds. Within hours, Bachelor Nation responded. Former Bachelorettes like Caitlin Bristow, Claire Crawley, and Michelle Young sent private messages and public support. "This isn't fair. We see you. We love you. There's no right way to grieve, only your way. You don't owe strength to anyone right now." Even Bachelor Nation patriarch Chris Harrison reached out, despite his own step away from the franchise. "I'm so sorry, Kelsey. Your bravery is seen. Your love is eternal." But support also poured in from the ordinary women who weren't on magazine covers, mothers, sisters, strangers. In a matter of days, Kelsey's post had been shared over 2 million times. Her DMs flooded with heartbreakingly similar stories. This happened to me last year. I've never told anyone. Reading your story gave me the strength to say I'm not okay. I lost my baby at 15 weeks. You are not alone. Kelsey, still aching from the physical and emotional pain, took each message like a thread, stringing them together into a tapestry of connection. Chapter 5e. ALETTR to her BBs. On the 1-month anniversary of her second miscarriage, Kelsey posted an open letter to her unborn children. To my babies, I don't know if you knew how much you were loved. I hope you did. Your dad kissed my belly every night. I talked to you even when no one was around. I planned songs for our car rides and picked out bedtime books already. You were never a secret to me. You were my whole world, even if only for a little while. I'm not angry anymore. Just aching, and in that ache, I carry you, always. Love. Mom. The post went viral overnight, reaching women's wellness pages, miscarriage awareness organizations, and even drew attention from celebrities like Chrissy Teigen, who'd shared her own devastating miscarriage experience in 2020. Chapter 6. Courage in the aftermath. In the months that followed, Kelsey took a step back from social media. She and Chase traveled, first to Portugal, then Iceland. They hiked, wrote, cried. She documented none of it. But when she returned online, it was not with an announcement, not with a big reveal, but with a video titled Life After Loss, My New Chapter. She spoke to the camera from her living room, barefaced, candlelit. I'm not here to say I've moved on. I'm here to say I've moved forward. That's different. I still miss them, both of them. But I also laugh again. I plan again. I dance barefoot in the kitchen again. And that, to me, is proof of healing. She ended the video with one sentence that became a rallying cry. You could be broken and beautiful at the same time. Chapter 7. Giving Back. Instead of turning inward, Kelsey created a foundation in April 2025, the Tiny Heart Project. Its mission? To provide emotional support, therapy resources, and medical guidance for families dealing with miscarriage and infant loss. Within its first month, the project raised over $200,000. She also hosted a roundtable with other Bachelor Nation moms who had experienced pregnancy loss: Emily Maynard, Amanda Stanton, and Lauren Burnham-Leyendick. Together, they recorded a powerful podcast episode titled We Remember. Silence breeds shame, Kelsey said during the episode, and shame doesn't belong anywhere near motherhood. Chapter 8. Choosing Hope. It's now June 2025. Kelsey and Chase aren't trying again, yet. They've said they're giving their hearts time to rest. But every Sunday, they light 2 candles. Not because they're stuck in mourning, but because they're rooted in memory. I still believe we'll be parents, she told Good Morning America during a special interview. It may not look like how we imagined. Maybe it's adoption. Maybe it's IVF. Maybe it's something we haven't even considered yet. But I've stopped defining motherhood as just giving birth. Chase held her hand during that interview and added, We're still writing our story. It didn't end, it just took a turn. EPILOGUE, the woman who devotion hearts again. Bachelor Nation has watched Kelsey Monroe grow from a shy contestant hoping for a rose to a woman embodying strength most of us pray we never have to find. She didn't win the final rose on TV, but off-screen, in the realest version of life, she became a symbol of fierce, soft, enduring love. She didn't hide her scars, she made art with them. In a world that often edits out pain, Kelsey chose to leave it in, and by doing so, she helped countless others realize there is no shame in heartbreak. There is only love in all its forms. And that kind of love, it never goes away.